everyone, this is Anna from Koala Soap, and we're going to do one of our soaps that we squish all together here, and we're going to be putting it into this mold. I'm going to be using 4 colors this time. I'm actually going to be brave and put in a neon with 3 other colors and kind of see how it goes. I'm kind of feeling a little summery. So this is going to be Green Lightning, Violet Petal, I believe this one is Pink Strawberry, I believe. I'll put everything down below, and Blue Ice. So I'm not sure about the color combination, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. This mold takes between 20 and 22 ounces of soap. So what I've done here is I put in 4, and each of these is about 4 ounces of shea butter melt and pour, not raw shea butter melt and pour base. And then this one's going to be a crystal clear base for our 4th color. And then we're going to put it all together. So what we're going to do first is we're going to get our first color done, and then we're going to let it set, then we'll do the next colors. These take a lot longer, as we know, to get firm. We don't want to pour it too soon, because what will end up happening is it'll just melt into the other color, and then we'll have a little bit of a muddying effect. So what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and start here, and then we will move on down the line. Okay, so you can pour your first layer as soon as you're ready, once you get your fragrance in. I forgot to mention the fragrance I'm going to use is from Brambleberry. It's Amazon something. Sometimes their labels kind of fade away, but it's a nice refreshing scent, so that's what we're going to do. In the meantime, what I've done is I've gone ahead and got my other shea butter ready to go so that we can let it cool down enough. We're going to test this skin. Since there was nothing here, this is going to cool down a lot faster than once you start doing layers. So I like to just kind of test. There's a little bit of a skin. It's not ready to be poured on. You want the skin to be just a little bit thicker, but then you want this to go ahead and be cool too, so that way you're not kind of waiting so long. If you don't have time to wait and you can't stand right on top of your soap like this, what I would do then is just let this set, melt this. When that's ready and this is completely dry, then go ahead. I mean, it can take you all day. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything, but at least you'll know that the colors won't meld together. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to just finish it with these other 2 or 3 layers. Okay, this is pretty much hardened up. Now I'm going to be pouring this shea butter melt and pour. I have about 10 ounces in here because we always seem to run out. I'm going to pour this at a very high temperature, so I'm not going to put any fragrance in here because it's just going to burn off anyway. I do plan on making it a light blue. I'm going to go ahead and I'll be using this blue ice again here because that's what we're going to do. So what I do is, the first thing I'm going to do is any leftover skins I'm just going to kind of add to the mix here, as long as it's flat. If it's a little ball, you're going to need to flatten it out. And so we'll go ahead, flatten all of this. Not a lot left, but at least we kind of get to use everything up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start to peel up. And I do the glycerin last because it cools down so much faster than the shea butter melt and pour. I'm going to roll it onto itself here. Make sure you get all of the soap in there. If it separates, that's fine. Don't worry. Just going to roll it in. This is the part that gets a little tough for me because it's hard to break it up when it's this thick, especially when we have more colors in here than I usually do. We're just gonna, I'm not gonna do a lot of twisting, but enough. Separate it. You can dig your thumbs through there however you want to do it and just separate it however you want. And then we're going to try to make it into the best ball we can. And that's why we're going to use this mold. Now this mold, I do have little markings so you can barely see it, the 1 inch, but I'm going to put that little hole in the front there. We're going to pull this together as best we can and just start putting it in there. This mold is better than the pink mold in my opinion, only because, oh, maybe we have too much soap. Oh, we might have to get the salad shooter out for one of our next videos, but I did use a little over 4. Okay, well, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I don't want too much green, but I think that was our first layer, right? So that's why it's showing up so much there. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and melt this down. We're going to melt it pretty hot. We're going to take a chopstick. I'm going to use this blue one. And I'm going to try to do in between my 1 inch line so you don't see a line going down, but it could happen because I have to start melting this together and this shifts, but that's okay. I just want to see how all these colors look. It's very summery. I'm going to keep these here just in case. So let's melt this down and I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do, this is at 182 right now. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use the same bath bomb mold that I used for the blue ice and glycerin, since it's already got the blue in there. I'm going to use it now for the blue ice in shea butter melting pour. I just kind of want a light blue. I don't want just a stark white. So we'll go ahead, add this, and then we're going to add it to our little masterpiece there. Okay, and we're back. So when I unmolded it, as you can see, it overflowed a little bit, and that's okay. So what we're going to do is we will just cut off the excess. Clean up the soap before we do the actual cut. We'll just put that off to the side for now. Okay, so what I did do was I did add a little bit of bio glitter. I don't know if you can see it, but here's all sides. So we'll see how it turned out. The blue the blue in the shea butter turned out a little bit more of a lighter blue than I would have liked, but that doesn't matter. Let's just kind of see how it looks, because I'm kind of going for a real summery fill. I'm using my wave cutter. Let's see how it looks. Ooh. That is something. Okay, let's see how this looks here. All right. So that would be our blue ice. So as you can see, the blue ice, this is this blue here. This got through pretty good at a temp of in the 170s, 180s. I was expecting, because it was a big roll, it was bigger than I normally probably would have liked it to be. I was expecting some air bubbles in here, which there aren't any, so I'm pretty happy about that. What would I do differently about this soap? I like the colors, however, I think I would make less. I wouldn't do four ounces. I would probably do 4 3-ounces, because I would like to break up these lines more. But that being said, it's impressive. I mean, they do pop like I wanted them to. It is our little summer abstract soap. And so that's going to be our soap for today. So this is Anna from Koala Soap. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.